So now I say speak to someone. What I've done means nothing to me, but to them it means I'm nourishing minds by nourishing minds, hoping that my voice can make a difference. Mental health first aid. All right, so you know Miranda, right? Well, Miranda is my birthright. All my life, I've exercised the right to remain silent because anything I say can and will be used against me, and judgment will be passed. Will they believe me or will they just laugh? Truth be told, I couldn't afford the truth to be told. No one was appointed to defend me. Instead, automatically found guilty, with shame from pain inflicted, bottled up words held back by cork, waiting to be twisted, bubbling up and then settling in like regurgitation. I imagine a day when I would have never had or to hold it all in. How less real the tightness in my chest would feel. Hurt no longer, heart no longer under attack. The anxiety is real. Shoulders would be lighter, ache removed from head, free from worry and dread. Wouldn't it be nice instead? Silent nights made for loud mornings with mind racing, trying to figure out what I could and should not say. There is no safe space, was commonplace. Daily afflicted by pain, devoid of poker face, yet I'm all right. That was my default reply. Even if you press rewind, I'm all right because I'm not dead. It could be worse, but what's worse are the things I never said. Secrets lie beneath smiles, lies hiding traumatic truths to shelter others from knowing things that I went through. The truth is, spoken words could have saved me. Could have saved me many sleepless nights, could have saved another person's life from meeting the same fate as I. Instead, I write. 'Tis I who chose the road less traveled, shouldering burdens of errors in others' ways, in other words, taking punishments for someone else who decided to misbehave. What a shame. A life in dismay. Given another chance at this life, I just may have chosen the same, giving away my right to save an assailant's life. But to make wrong right is no longer my fight. Yet I battle day and night. So now I say speak to someone, getting to root cause like icebergs peak above surface, but what's below are deceptive depths of more things to unpack. I say speak. So silence won't lead to violence because of words lacked. So closed lips don't combust like chains react and have you torn from within from fear of what others think. The worst thing is suffering and remaining silent. It's a right. It's your right, but it's not all right. You are not all right, and neither am I. Thank you. Okay, so this next poem I'm going to read is, I want to say, dedicated to my cohort members. But it's not about my cohort members, okay? But I did tell them they were very transparent and vulnerable during our time together. So I told them that I would do the same, I guess. So here we go. This is called Dear Mom. Dear Mom, you were the one who was supposed to care for me, but instead I'm taking care of you. Watched you get taken away a time or two, but the judge took me permanently away from you. Brought me into this world with a false identity. Couldn't identify my father in a lineup because you lied to me. Chose to listen to the voices in your head instead of the voice of God. At a minimum, you could have listened to your heart. Standing outside of fences, watching me play at school, Our worlds so far apart, separated by law because you couldn't separate fantasy from reality, leaving me separated from my family and going from family to family because the system was never meant for me. Trying to understand why you didn't try harder, why you didn't fight for me, why you didn't protect me. Mother entitled, held on pedestal, falling short of main responsibility. Now I'm tripping and falling my way through life, carrying trauma, seeking identity, idolizing fantasies from TV and movie screens, never having a good example of what a good woman, a good wife, a good mother is really supposed to be. Making it up as I go, leaving casualties, because the little girl inside is too afraid to grow, seeking meaning, searching for roots, causing my foundation instability, growing up feeling unwanted, safe, love is what I lacked. Triggered by every shot fired at my character, seeking apologies from mannequins when you're the only one with the answer. Why couldn't you try harder to be my mother that my brother got to see? The woman who raised me looks down on heaven at me. The woman who raised me could have been you, but you refused to take your medicine. Thank you. So it really wasn't a poem. I really did write that to my mom, but y'all got to hear it. So what is the next one? All right. This next one is called Discovery. Seeking meaning in my presence because in the present I'm lost about me. See, I thought I knew who I was. Decades later, I have no clue. What I've done means nothing to me, but to them, it means everything. The American dream gives me nightmares with the unattainable goalposts, setting goals far fetched instead of far reaching. In my mind, I always had this idea of where I wanted to go in life, what things would be like. My porch, my yard, right up to the door, many doors open after several were shut out of my own mind now. I keep stressing about stuff. Is this who I've become? Have I reached my plateau? I thought I was close to the finish line, but I have way too far left to go. This journey is a new chapter, and I'm afraid to be the author. Thank you. Okay. And I got one last one. And this is the one that I usually do first, but I didn't want to do it first. All right, so this is my introduction, literally. My name is Miccau. Micca. You might not get it right on the first or the second try. But to get around the hard part, I've mastered the art of imagery. From the very beginning, I'm giving my audience an image in order to say my name correctly. Miccau, like the bird, but it's spelled differently. Remember these words, for one day it's what I'll be known for. Not only will my unique name be my claim to fame, but I will use my words to activate change. Going against the grain, shedding light on dark subjects, speaking my past rooted in pain. Who does she think she is? Where does she come from with a name never heard of? How could she just open mic and then inevitably steal stage? Well, let me explain. You've heard of the Phenomenal Woman? Well, the Phenomenal Woman, that was me that Maya Angelou told you all about in about a poem or three. But unlike that caged bird, hear me coughing, I can't sing. Yet, I made the choice to give voice to things that don't sit well with me. I can relate to being caged in like the bird, but I can no longer sit in silence. Sitting quiet no longer serves me. I've seen enough. Now I'm saying something resounding, needing to reach higher heights. I'm soaring like the bird, but my aim is different. I'm never descendant, always ascending. Sky is the limit, and still I rise like the bird, taking things from bird's eye view, bringing them down to earth for you to see, leveling up for you to see the level I bring. Food for thought, like the bird. But I'm not giving worms. I'm nourishing minds by nourishing minds, hoping that my voice can make a difference. My name is Miccau. Micca. You might remember it. It's like the bird, but it's spelled different. Thank you.